Hey Boo Buddies, I hope you had a good Halloween and are ready for NaNoWriMo if you are participating. I am doing a pen purge, and I figured I would go through all my pens, markers, and whatnot writing utensils to see which ones still work and which ones I need to get rid of. And as you can see, I have a lot. I started with just my pen drawer and then added in my marker drawer, and then I found a whole bag of more pens and more markers, and while we were on it, I also have my gel pens, which I don't know if you guys are familiar with. Sometimes you buy these and sometimes they work and sometimes they dry up really fast. So I'm going to use my art journal to do something I think is kind of a fun way to test out all of my pens and markers and see which ones work and which ones don't. And what I'm doing is a pointillism sketch. And I'm not really paying attention to what I'm grabbing, I just have everything piled up, and I grab them one by one and test them out in a square, and if they work, they go in a keep pile, and if they don't work, they go in the discard pile, also known as the trash can, because there's no point in keeping them. I didn't really have a plan or color scheme for which ones I grabbed. As I went, I just grabbed, I just colored, and I kept going as best I could until I either filled the page or ran out of pens. So now my pointillism pen test is actually starting to look like a picture, and it kind of looks like a patchwork quilt made for a cartoon character, but it's supposed to be a castle haunted house something. But there's a lot of colors that I generally write with just black or blue ink, and there's so many colors, and I'm becoming very aware of how many pens I actually have and different colors, and I'm not using a lot of them. So this has been a really fun thing to kind of see what I have and what I should be experimenting with. Hopefully this'll keep me from buying more pens and using what I have currently. Found a lot of duplicates in my pens, some of which were bought in a set, some of which were not. I tried to only use one square once, so if the pen didn't work on that square, it got left blank, but sometimes it was really hard to tell which ones had been attempted on because they were so blank and which ones, so I went over some of them, but the idea was to only use a square for the pointillism once. When I got into my Sharpies, I have a lot of black Sharpies, so while it kind of looks like I'm just going over with a black Sharpie, this is all different black Sharpies. And using them as the background around the pointillism picture was as cohesive as I got. And then I ran out of pens, and that is my pen test creative art journal spread that I just had fun, and now I'm ready to go do some journaling and knowing that all of my pens currently work. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a pleasant Nano.